61% of American households paid zero federal income taxes last year. That is, as you mentioned, according to the Tax Policy Center, 107 million households either paid no income taxes, or federal income taxes, we should say, or received funds from the government. That marked a big increase from 2019. And as you said, was mainly due to the pandemic, where you had high unemployment, stimulus checks, and those tax credits. Tax Policy Center saying the high number is, of course, transitory, but the share of Americans who pay no federal income taxes has been rising for decades. Take a look at this chart. In 1990, only about 21% of Americans paid no federal income taxes. In 2019, before the pandemic, it was up to 44%. The share of taxes paid by the top, meanwhile, has been growing. The top 10% of taxpayers paid 71% of all federal income taxes in 2018. That's the latest year reported by the IRS. The top 1% paid a record 40% of taxes. That is twice their share of total national income. Now, in 2020, no household earning less than $28,000 paid any taxes. And among the middle class, 43% paid no federal income taxes. Now, many of those households, we should say, who don't pay federal income taxes do pay payroll taxes as well as state and local taxes, excise taxes, property taxes, and often state income taxes. So it's not like they don't pay any taxes, just the federal income taxes. Joe?
Right. Trying to figure out how to fix it at the very, very top, Robert. I guess some type of consumption or flat tax would work if they spend any money on themselves. I mean, they're rich. Maybe you tax it that way. How many of the really rich people, Robert, take a loan against their stocks or the company they founded? They never sell it, so they never pay any capital gains, long-term or otherwise, on it. They take a loan against it and live off of that, and they could effectively pay zero income taxes. But how many people are we actually talking about that do that, and how would we fix that if we decide it needs fixing?
Yeah, it's unclear how you fix it. This has become a very profitable line for private banks. They've been doing this for ages, where you structure a concentrated position, as they call it, and they make loans around it so you can generate income. Now, when you borrow against a stock, you do have to report it to the SEC. Those are in filings, so I suppose company by company you could add it all up. But I don't know, does that change the tax structure? Probably not a lot. As you say, the people who are at the very top, let's say the 0.001% not paying taxes, it is a small group. When you look as a whole, again, the top 1% are paying a record share of taxes. I would say the majority of that are W-2 earners as opposed to the stock wealthy. Right. But look, you're right. There are things we could fix in the system that right now overly reward wealth as opposed to work. They could be fixed, like getting rid of step-up.
You just proved that W-2 earners as a whole probably get a bad rap for not paying any taxes, because they probably pay over 50% if they're at a high enough end. And that, to me, if you work through June 30th for Uncle Sam, you probably should be able to keep at least the lion's share of what you earn from July 1st to December 31st. That's just, they talk about fairness so much on the left.